Alright, so in this lesson we will solve quadratic equations. So let's do that. We'll solve quadratic equations by using something called the quadratic formula. So I'm going to give you an example. Well, I'm going to give you the standard form of quadratic function. Remember, quadratic functions are to the second power, right? And so the standard form is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And this right here is what we're going to use to solve these equations. So basically, I'm going to give you this equation right here. 2x squared plus 9x equals negative 7. And we're going to find out which values of x make this equation true. Like if I substitute in a number, this expression on the left will equal the expression on the right. So if I put in a number for x, I should get negative 7, right? Well, one thing I need to do first is I need to actually make this y value here, the f of x, I need to make that 0. So I need to make this equal to 0. So in order to do that, I'm going to add 7 to both sides of my equation. And I get 2x squared plus 9x plus 7 equals, and I did this so it can give me 0. Now I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to substitute the a right here. The a is 2, the b is 9, the c is 7. Okay, so I'm going to take this a, I should make that a different color. This a right here, this b right here, this c right here, and I'm going to substitute them in to this equation here. So let's do this first. I'm going to write x equals negative b plus or minus, I want to do it like that so we can see it better, plus or minus the square root, this is going to be weird to write, okay, b squared minus 4ac, and we're going to put that all over 2a. So I wrote that. Let's continue. So let's see. Equals, and then instead of b, I'm going to put 9. And I'll put plus or minus, plus or minus. Instead of b, once again, I'm going to put 9. And then minus 4. Instead of a, I'm going to put 2. Instead of c, I'm going to put 7. So it's going to say 4 times 2 times 7. Oops, I should extend this as go over all of it. Okay, cool. I'm going to put over 2 times a, and a is 2. Now I'm just going to do all this math, okay? I guess what I'll do is I'll put this in green. So negative 9 plus or minus, oh, I forgot the squared there. You see how it says squared? I gotta put the squared there. Oops. Okay. So negative 9 plus or minus the square root. So I did that. I'm going to do this. 9 squared is 81 minus 4 times 2 times 7. So I'm just going to do a negative times a positive is a negative 8. Negative 8 times 7 is negative 56. So I'm going to write minus 56 like that. And I'm going to put that, so I did all this. over 4. Cool. We'll scroll further down. So I get -9 plus or minus the square root of 81 minus 56, which is, oh, I don't need it that large, which is 25 over 4. Now at this point, you can kind of, we can write two expressions here. Like we can rewrite this two different ways, but I'm actually going to do the square root of 25 first. So -9 plus or minus square root of 25 is 5 over 4. And so then I'm going to end up with two different possibilities. We end up with -9 plus 5 over 4. And we end up with -9 minus 5 over 4. Because you can either add or subtract that 5. Let's do the math here. -9 plus 5 is -4. Well, let's finish this. And -4 over 4 is -1. So that is the first value of x. And over here, -9 minus 5 is -14 over 4, which actually reduces to -7 over 4. Well, you know what? I'm going to try to match on this side. X equals -7 over 4. We divided by 2 for the numerator and denominator. And then I'll just do it like that. Negative. So 4 goes into 7 one time. There's 3 left over. So -1.75. It's kind of a lengthy process, but once you get it, I don't think it's too difficult. So lastly, let's actually put our answer in, I guess, a more traditional form. So x equals -1 and we'll put it in fraction form, -7 over 4. I don't want you to forget what this actually means. This means that in order for this equation to be true, x can be the -1 or the -7 over 4. So in order for this equation here, 2x squared plus 9x equals -7 to be true, x can be -1 or x can be -7 over 4.